This is video recording of a visualization model that Trianz has built to visualize the operational landscape spanning right after products and services are ready to be commercially sold through different channels. I'm going to take next 2 to 3 minutes to walk you through the model and its merits. So let's zoom in to the new product introduction, which is sort of the stage where you go through a series of steps, either from product or services, to make products and services ready for orderability. So what you see are capabilities like configuration rules, item setup, price publication, as well as managing the life cycle of offer. So assuming at this point you have offers ready to be ordered or sold, first set of capabilities that you see after that is everything around creating the demand, so lead, opportunity management. And over here what's called out is everything around the new products and services. You also have the large complex deals that typically get tracked manually. And you also have the service part of the business where you manage and track the renewals pipeline based on expiring contract and covered equipment as well as other events. So this is where all of the lead and opportunities that get tracked, and this is a span of capabilities that run across product and service. Again, so the next host of capabilities that you see is in around coding and configuration. This is a notion of coding the business based on customer specific requirements. And as you can see from here, you have different types of coding: quick coding to offer a quick quote to a customer, to demo evaluations where customer might look for new technology, trade-ins where there's a potential trade-in of old Cisco technology or competitors' gear, and advanced services. So all of these put together, you have a host of coding capabilities. And just to demonstrate the next level of detail, here's what it showcases in terms of all the different systems that could potentially be used to code business, from offer code builder, SMS3, or the CSCC, as well as the CCW and other platforms. And then finally is basically getting the deal done. So pricing, discounting, deal management, everything from promotional discounts to contractual discounts to deal discounts to managing the life cycle of the deal. And obviously finance plays a critical role, but it's really with partnership between product sales and service sales along with finance. So this pan, as you just saw, right after the NPI of product and services to managing the demand through read and opportunity management to coding and configuration and pricing and deal, forms sort of the sell side of the house. So all the capabilities that we use for selling. And when you see sort of this side of the table or this side of the model, what you see is really the fulfillment. And fulfillment, as called out here, is based on first obviously ordering what has been negotiated through the deal, and you can order, as you can imagine, from whole different modes. You can order using B2B, you can order by calling a Cisco customer service rep, or you can order by directly going to CCW based on your partner's profile. There's some red capabilities that are called out here where it ends up requiring some manual steps for ordering. And I have not called out earlier, but what's the boxes that are in orange are really partner capabilities. And then, as you can imagine, with Cisco's evolved business model, there are a whole bunch of things that could be fulfilled and require different fulfillments. So what's called out here is the billing. Billing is things like WebEx or IronPort, which is really a usage-based business model, where it's customer doesn't pay for one event, but they're paying for buying a subscription contract or a usage contract, and then being able to track usage and bill. The next biggest piece is really the fulfillment of hardware, the physical product that typically requires to be built and shipped. And the capabilities called here are the build, the allocation of inventory, fulfillment, shipping, logistics, if there are any replacements that need to be dealt with due to hardware defects and so on. And that's sort of the span of hardware fulfillment. And then what you see is the other key component, which is fulfilling all of the service obligations, which is through setting up a service contract for the life of the service period. Obviously, partners play a greater role, so they also set up their own service contracts depending on the co-shared service models that get sold, and managing the life cycle of service contracts, MACDs, move, add, changes, as well as the advanced services contract. Both it could be a subscription contract as well as a contract based on a statement of work, which is supposed to deliver a specific project milestone. And then finally is the whole revenue and financials piece, which is revenue recognition and financial close. So that speaks to everything that the finance needs to do to ensure that the business that was sold and delivered is accurately reported off and accounted for, street reporting, as well as for compliance with internal controls. And then some of the other equally important capabilities called out here are in and around the whole compensation incentives, both for partners in form of partner rebates, as well as for the internal sales force through sales crediting and commissioning. And as with the complexity here, different business models are calling for different types of credit and compensation models. Traditionally, it has been booking with commissions paid on revenue and invoices, but now with different milestones around usage and services and so on, these capabilities are obviously changing. And then another one to call out here are in red. These are Cisco's evolving business in capital, managing everything around the lease that a customer bought in buying Cisco technology and being able to track the payments of the lease, and then doing the required level of financial reporting on how we are tracking against those leased assets and ensuring that they're being tracked for full coverage. So at this point, I will conclude. Hopefully, as you can grasp from here, this is a greater span of operational capabilities that demonstrate the end-to-end view of how they need to be threaded and orchestrated as and when Cisco undertakes strategic initiatives, be that around launching of new products or services, or getting into new markets, or trying to integrate and make an acquisition work mainstream. And what's called out on the board really is how this model could be used to look at different dimensions. So here we have called out about 6 dimensions, right from route to market, type of offer, geography, market segment, type of transaction, and then modes of commerce. And you can think about the model, and you can think about one or many dimensions to actually understand the implication of the things I just talked earlier about, an initiative that warrants launch of a new product, a new offering, an acquisition, getting into a new market, changing a coverage model, and so on. So I'll conclude this video. Hopefully this has given you a feel of what this visualization model is and what it potentially could offer as a facilitation tool for different types of use cases. Thank you.